Hello everyone, Film Record, and today I will tell you about a film from the person who gave us the game Radiation Film, where people can no longer live on the surface of the planet, because there is no more clean air. Before the start of the video, you can help us, like the video and subscribe to the channel for you a couple of seconds for us to step towards our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Thanks. Everyone, we're getting started. There was a global crisis on Earth, during which chemical weapons were used. There are no more people on the surface, the air is a poisonous mixture. The US government has equipped special underground shelters in advance in one of these wakes-up points. Literally behind him are two crew members Cartwright. Let the equipment on one arc, the first thing the Cartwright goes to the workplace and is noted in the list of other bunkers that are also noted. So they are all alive. Their task is to wake up every 6 months at 2 o'clock to check if everything is working and fix the breakdowns, and then fall asleep again. When he wakes up, the first thing a Cartwright does is set to work. And he says that the air is still extremely toxic. Daryl in Bauer brackets admire an adult magazine and says that he will first jump into the toilet on his own business, and then only for work. Cartwright says seismic activity has been seen from this half a year, but Barr says everything is fine, and if not, they would have been suffocated by now. Having distributed the duties of the national UEFA, they get to work, having done almost everything necessary. Cartwright takes the Danish photo. And he smiles, after which he sees the girl, his wife MB. He talks to her like she's there, even though she's not actually there. She is still close. She sleeps in one of the capsules, but it turns out that there are a huge number of people on the ship, all of them in a deep sleep. Bauer does not know that this is his wife and that his friend is catching a Shozu does not know either. Bauer comes to Cartwright at the compartment with sleep capsules and begins to say that he does not understand why he is so busy with them. And he replies that he himself knows that they are very important, but the Bauer does not understand how important it can be. For example, a herpetologist is a specialist in reptile and amphibian herpes. Important people are sleeping in these capsules, who will have to revive life on Earth. Bauer thinks they're wasting their lives with 19 minutes left on the timer, and Bauer watches old recorded baseball games while Cartwright studies literature and says that in about 30 years it will be possible to surface. But this period varies and can reach up to 150 years. Cartwright is inspired by the fact that they may not have been sitting here for so long. And Bauer replies indifferently, yes, they only have 17 minutes left for 100 years, and Bauer again went to choke Cartwright's snake to prepare sleep capsules. He turns on the power and, not noticing from the bark due to the conversation with his imaginary wife, misses the moment as the capsule lights up. Sam Porter abandons his most important business and runs to put out the fire. The capsule is broken and the time is up. Oxygen is no longer amenable, as well as electricity. Thanks to the Bauer, they manage to start the reserve oxygen, and objectively we see that he is a better specialist than Cartwright. He constantly helps him fix something and explains how it works, although it seems at one glance that he is behaving irresponsibly. He says that he had a wife and children, but he cheated on this job. They took people without a family, and so far they stayed outside. He escaped in the bunker. His conscience torments him. Cartwright says he understands him, but the Bar says he doesn't because he didn't have a family. We are a family now, he concludes. They have 2 o'clock to find spare parts for the pod and repair it in one storage. They don't find anything in the blueprints. They manage to understand that there is another compartment. Sealed, they open it and lose time. Remains 1 o'clock. Grateful, they find the right parts and return to fix the capsule. Having finished the Cartwright, he is going to check something again, and Bauer, apparently, realized that he was afraid of her, lies down and volunteers. Cartwright launches the capsule and leave, but something goes wrong. Bauer does not fall asleep and the film tightens him, he cannot breathe and calls for help, after which he completely stops moving. Cartwright runs up and cuts the film. Bauer wakes up and asks where he was for so long, to which he lies and says that he was nearby, he just could not find the knife. He apologizes and says that he must have missed something. Bala notices that this is already 2 times. The question is what to do. Comes back with fewer solutions. There are no more details, and there is not much time left. Bosch says that he has a solution to the problem. They come to sleep capsules, because he decides to use someone else's capsule. Cartwright says it's murder, but Bauer doesn't care. Why do their lives cost and ours? We are a family and we need to survive, he says. Cartwright. He, having already agreed, draws a dose of morphine into the syringe, but his little wife appears at the most important moment and dissuades him from such an act. Bauer realizes that either he will do it or his friend will die, but Cartwright stops him and a fight ensues in which Cartwright grabs a knife and says he has a plan. They guess that another active bunker is located next to them, which was noted in the network, therefore, everything is in order with them, and Cartwright decides that it is necessary to try to reach the exit from the bunker. They find the skeleton of a man with a Cartwright gun goes to the neighbors, but, having reached the end, he realizes that the doors cannot be opened. Then Bauer helps him and tells him to climb through the ventilation inside the crankcase. It reveals many people. More precisely, what is left of them. After making his way inside, he reports on the radio that there are no survivors. Meanwhile, Bauer decides to scroll through the footage and sees his friend just standing there. And he does not pay attention to the screams and torment of the Bauer in the capsule. Cartwright at this time discovered a breach in the ground and crawls out. He asks how this is possible, how the bunker can be destroyed for so long, but at the same time it is marked green every time, to which the Bauer, looking at how his friend leaves him to die, says everything is a lie. The Cartwright returns, but the Bauer does not let him in, and in addition threatens the steel outside the door with the barrel he has taken. He asks why he betrayed him and says that he has no choice, you are too dangerous, but he cannot answer him, and runs away. He climbs the ventilation again. And he sneaks into their shelter through it, but the Bauer was ready for this and shoots. A long game starts in order, and at one moment Dixon manages to shoot his crazy friend, then gives him a photo and asks him to understand, after which Bauer runs away. Looking at the photo, he understands what is the matter and finds his wife in a capsule. He threatens to kill her, if he doesn't come out, but a Cartwright flies out of nowhere and gives him a lethal dose of Bauer. Points the barrel at a friend, but lowers it and says that here, take care of his wife. Cartwright go into a capsule and he sucks from the fact that he did sleep in the place of the man I killed. Before going to bed, he sees the Bauer and falls asleep. We see the pod people starting to wake up and Cartwright meeting his wife after working all his shifts alone. This is where the movie ends. Write in the comments how you like it. As for me, it's a pity that Norman Reedus has once again played himself. What's incoming and what's trending? What is the feeling that this is the same character? With small changes that are very difficult to notice. Although the concept of the film is not bad at all, the execution could have been better. Rate the movie from 1 to 10 and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This is the best support for us, and also click on the bell to watch new videos for